Hey guys, welcome back. This is Bill. I am that expat prepper living in the Philippines. I am back with this week's haul, which is quite extensive. I've got quite a lot of stuff in, and I want to talk about why I got some of these items in particular. So I'm just going to start left to right. I got a little cheap $3 USB clip-on fan. I want to test this. This is mainly kind of going to be for camping, but I want to test and see if it's something that's useful or not. But what I did get here is a metal fan that runs on batteries, and I got a couple batteries for this guy. Now the prices for this will be up here somewhere, but this one plugs in, but it has rechargeable batteries. It oscillates. It's a great little fan. This is not cheap like these guys are, right? So this is an actual fan that's going to be pretty solid during the power out. I did pick up two more of these solar lights that you can see here. I have several of these already, but I'm starting to deploy them all around my site just to get free lights for a while. I will need to get the longer extension cables for these as well, but these come in handy. I've done a review on these. I like them enough, and they're cheap enough. Price will be here, that I picked up some more of them. Like here's another one right here in this box. I did find on sale a cheap solar charge controller. So I picked up another one of these guys. I picked up a whetstone. Okay, so if you're sharpening knives, there's all kinds of ways you can do it. I have files and I have those little scissor type things you use, but I wanted to kind of go a little old school, and it's a prep that I didn't have. So I picked up a whetstone. These things will last forever. It's heavy duty. I think it's a good addition to any prep. Now, if you're curious about these, I picked up on sale, the price above here, I picked up 6 more ham radios. Now these are the older models, so if you're going to comment about how they're old, that's fine. I don't care. They're going to sit in the box until needed. Now here's the point about these radios, is as the hurricanes in the U.S. just indicated, one guy might have a nice ham radio, but nobody else in the other area does. So I have 4 radios already, so this brings me to a total of 10. So if there's a crisis or something that I need to deploy radios, I should have enough for the entire crew and people in the emergency situation. They were cheap. I got them on sale by buying 6 at one shot, and they're going to sit in the box. So I didn't get the most advanced ones. Okay. Now I am ordering a 6 radio charge station so I can charge all these at one time, one outlet, one plug. But these are going to sit in the box. I might program them all and get them all set up with the same channels and then put them back in the box for later. But that is the reason. Comment down below if you think I'm crazy. I mean, these are cheap radios. They're like 20 bucks each. Comment down below if you think having 10 radios is a ridiculous over prep, or if you think for the price point, it's a good prep. I like your opinion. I picked up some trays that are going to go in my grow room, which I'm sorting out, and I got 3 of these guys as testing. I want to see if these trays are any good. Along with preps, I got another 5 of the food grade white buckets. If you've seen my videos on stacking rice and oatmeal and some other things, I tend to use these food grade buckets a lot. I picked up the black storage bins. There's 5 of them in here. I've been prepping like mad, right? So I've got about 10 bins of freeze-dried food, the same bins, and I got about another 8 bins I use for all my non-food prep items, medical supplies, et cetera, et cetera. And if you've been watching my vids, I've just been prepping like mad. So let me put this down for a second. I want to show you something here as well. Now, this item here is a foldable little bench. It's a heavy-duty bench. Now, there's a couple reasons I picked up 2 of these. First of all, they were on sale. The price will be here above. But what's great about these benches is, first of all, it's a bench. You can sit on it. But I would personally use these as a cot-side table in my tent, right? So these little tables, you stick it between your sleeping situation, in my case it would be a cot or something, and the tent wall, and you can drop your little solar gens on these. These work great as heavy-duty camping tables inside your tent. So I picked up a couple of those guys. trial run. They're cheap. It wouldn't hurt me to just have some on stock because we do have a lot of 6-foot folding tables that we're using chairs for, but it could be nice to use these benches on occasion. Now, when it comes to prep stuff, you know, if you guys see my videos, I'm running out of things to prep. I'm working on hardware and other things right now. So you guys know that I have a water refilling station business. If you didn't know I had one, check my videos for my water station. You can just check those out. But what I'm stacking, and I'll put here pictures. So consumable items that are rare but are necessary. Foot valves on the end of my pumps, those go out about once every 6 to 8 months, and I got to pull the line up and change the foot valve. I had to do that recently. I didn't have any in stock, so I bought 4. I bought 3 generic cheap ones and 1 heavy duty one, which will go on the next time I have to replace it, hoping that I won't have to replace it for a year or 2 years because it's nice. Also, linked here above, you'll see that I picked up some gas LG tank connectors. I actually already used one yesterday morning. These are things that I consume a lot of that you just need to have on hand. Sometimes, you know, you can't just run out and grab this at a hardware store, and in particular, you won't be able to if you're dealing with a crisis event, right? So I'm going to add some more to my stock. I bought relatively nice ones, not the cheap plastic ones. So hopefully they'll last longer. But having those in stock is what I'm looking at. And I'm also looking into going through my tools, right? Do I have enough screwdrivers, wrenches, hammers, basic tools? I want to duplicate and have 2 or 3 of each of the base tools so I can get my tools on hand. Like, I don't have any flat shovels if I needed them, or I don't have any regular shovels other than 1 cheap one. So I want to start putting into my hardware preps, I guess is what you'd call it. Comment down below if you have a fancy name for what you call prepping supplies based on hardware and stuff. I want to make sure I get a bunch of nails in there. I want to get some electrical wire, some wall socket plugs. I want to get a lot of things that you don't necessarily replace all the time, but you certainly do, right? You know, things break all the time. And if I want to look at a long-term sustainable solution, and I got an extra budget for my preps, I'm going to start beefing up and getting all of my hardware preps to ×3, ×4. So that way, quite honestly, if a hurricane was bad enough to affect me here, and I had some plywood, but I want to make sure I have the nails and the hammers and the crowbars and all those other items that go along with, you know, prepping for hardware. All right, guys, that's it. Kind of quick video today. I'm going to do a whole video on the radio stuff when I program them all. Now, keep in mind, in the Philippines, it's very similar to the U.S. You have to have a ham radios license. In matter of fact, you apply on the U.S. ham site to get your ham license. So it's exactly the same as getting a ham license in the U.S. However, you do not need a ham license in a crisis or an emergency. So, you know, I will eventually get mine, but the reality is these are for crisis, and that's what they're going to be used for. And I'm also ordering one to put in my van, a mobile unit, so my van, if I'm ever out on the road, will have one built in automatically as well. All right, guys, until next time, all you guys be safe. Hit that like button. Thank you.